Talk about tape. This is what I'm going to be using. This is, of course, strapping tape. Fibers, you might call it fiber tape. Plastic fibers, fairly light, fairly rugged. The fibers are what give it strength. The plastic gives it some flexibility, makes a good wearing tape. This is what I use for almost all of my work. You'll note that this is the Mondo wide version of strapping tape. You won't find this in a regular store. It's just under 3 inches wide. You will, however, find it in places like Bataillef's, which is a salvage yard in Santa Rosa. It's on Mountain View Avenue off of Santa Rosa Avenue. So, in your area, look up salvage yards, look up scrap yards. You will find that they have much more than little piles of car piles. That would be a wrecking yard. Don't look up a wrecking yard, look up salvage yards. And you will find that you probably get a lot of little pieces of metal you need, all sorts of other wonderful things such as strapping tape. Now let's talk about some other tapes. Athletic tape. You can get this in large piles and bundles in whatever athletic store. It's fairly cheap. Cloth tape. It's nice for handles, pretty rotten for using for sword edges because it dies fast. It works really well for handles because, well, it's absorbent, it's a little stretchy, it's cloth, it's good for the hand. Painter's tape. Absolutely lousy for anything that we're doing. It snaps easily, it's not flexible, it doesn't have any strength. Don't use it unless you want to do something decorative that has nothing to do with hitting people with sticks. Gorilla tape. Heavy duty tape. It's like super duper gaffer's tape. Made out of plastic and duct tape and more goo. Very strong, very heavy, very expensive. If you really want to use it on something, I would use it on like a maul or a, well, okay, mauls are illegal. I would use it on a pike, or if you really wanted to edge a glaive and not have to re-edge it every now and then, this is something to use for that. I don't usually use it because it's heavy. Way too heavy. Standard duct tape comes in multiple colors, great average use. I trim my edges with it, and you can see it's really nice because it comes in multiple different colors. Great for your thrusting tip also. Gaffer's tape. This is like duct tape plus, not quite Gorilla tape. It's kind of hard to get these days, but if you know a salvage yard, you can probably get it there. It's made out of cloth, plastic, and of course gooey stuff. It's stretchy like the duct tape. It's a little bit more resilient because it has cloth in it as opposed to having plastic. It is a little bit heavier, and I will often use it in place of duct tape depending on what I have at the time and whether or not I have the colors that I need. For example, sometimes I'll use it on the sides here to pretty up a stick. I may use it for an edge. It's a nice all-purpose tape, but not what we're using today. And of course the wonderful ubiquitous electric tape. Stretchy, nice, absolutely wimpy. I've had horrible luck using this for edging because sometimes it sticks really nicely and other times you'll swing the stick and you'll cut the tape and the rest of it will peel right off because it's really iffy. So don't use that. Don't use the plumber's tape. Don't use plumber's tape. Don't use the painter's tape. Don't use electric tape. And let's go on from there.